Hey guys, welcome to episode number 403. Today is Tuesday, so I have another tank tip for you. And today I wanted to talk about aquariums as holiday gifts. Now, a lot of people are going out, they're buying a ton of stuff, putting it under the tree, wrapping it up, giving it as a gift, and it's honestly the best time ever to be an aquarium hobbyist, especially a young aquarium hobbyist, someone who is getting their very first fish tank, unwrapping it and setting it up, going to the store, buying fish. You know the drill. It happens every single year. And I'll be honest with you, this is probably the biggest time of year that people either get into the hobby or get out of the hobby. And the reason being is it's the first interaction that people have with the hobby that is so important. So in one instance, you might have a parent that goes to a pet store, gets a goldfish bowl, gets a goldfish, puts that under the tree and decides that's a great gift. Obviously the goldfish is going to die within a week or two because no one knew about the nitrogen cycle. No one knew that that goldfish couldn't live in that size tank. No one knew they needed to dechlorinate the water, and before you know it, that goldfish bowl has either been thrown in the trash or given away. And oftentimes that can be the end of it. Like a child's experience with aquariums could be a week long, 2 weeks long, and then it's over. And the only way that someone is going to stay in the hobby is if they have a positive first experience. Now, for me, growing up, that meant that my parents already knew how to keep aquariums, and we had a 40-gallon aquarium in our home. I was never gifted an aquarium for Christmas or anything like that, but we had an aquarium in our home. And for me, that first moment of success was seeing a couple angelfish that we got at the pet store start to lay eggs. That was it. That one success, that one little tiny success was all it took. We had a tank that was healthy enough that fish were laying eggs, and that was interesting, that was fascinating, and that's what hooked me. What doesn't hook someone is if their goldfish dies and then, their parents throw everything away and say, well, we're never trying that again. So here's the deal. It's a great time to be in the aquarium hobby. It's a great time to be a new hobbyist. There are tons of awesome aquarium kits that different brands are putting out. Fluval just put out a new line. It has curved glass in the front. Like, that is the most awesome thing ever. I definitely want to get my hands on one of those and check that out. But there's so many little nano kits, all-in-one kits, like anything you want. There's a kit for it. Turtle kit, an aquarium kit, whatever. They're out there and they're awesome because it makes things easy. However, as everyone knows, especially people watching this video, aquariums are not easy. And this is where you come in. If you see someone posting a photo on Facebook for the holidays, if you see someone super excited that they got their first aquarium or they got their kids their first aquarium, it is your duty, it is my duty to help guide them through the process of that first critical few weeks to make sure that they're successful, to make sure that those kids are successful in keeping that very first aquarium. Because as I've said, if it ends in failure, they're done and they're never coming back. And what we need to do is help educate as much as we possibly can, especially this time of year, to let people know, hey, this is how the nitrogen cycle works. Like, this is super important for your aquarium. Or hey, when you go to the pet store to go buy those fish, make sure you don't buy too many. Just buy one or two to start out and just take it really slow, right? Make sure it's the right type of fish for the size of the tank. Ask them a couple questions if they're willing to sort of work with you and sort of take your input. Like, what do you sort of want out of this aquarium? Do you want to see plants? Do you want to see fish? What are you sort of thinking with this tank? Keep it simple. Help answer some basic questions. Don't get up on your high horse and say, I know more about aquariums than you do, so listen to me. Just keep it super informal and help people out, because honestly, this is the time of year that makes or breaks a lot of new aquarium hobbyists. And as hobbyists, as people online, on YouTube, watching fish-related videos, you guys have the answers to these questions. I have the answers to these questions. We need to share the answers to these questions as much as we can at this time of year to make sure that as many people are successful as possible. So leave down in the comments your first interaction, your first big success in the aquarium hobby. Doesn't matter how old you were, what got you hooked in the aquarium hobby. And if it's a story about, an aquarium that was purchased during the holidays, that's awesome, but it probably isn't. So let's help everyone out this holiday season, especially, like I said, if you see people posting new aquariums on Facebook this time of year. Anyways, guys, that's the tip I've got for you. We're gonna make as many new hobbyists as successful as possible this holiday season. Share a little knowledge, share a little love, share a little joy, and I'll see you guys later.